This is a test. This is only a test. If this were a real emergency, you would turn in to fatmanranch.com.
I like that one.
Yes, tonight, we are going to show you something we never, ever, ever knew about tofu.
Say that again.
We were shocked about what we learned about tofu, and you will be too.
All right.
It sounds so dramatic. It actually is a little dramatic. Maybe I'm overselling it. But I stumbled onto some very valuable information while we were making some recipes up, and I'd love to share them with you on top of one of our favorite dishes, which is
Tofu scramble.
yes, the tofu scramble. I was a big breakfast guy, and we'll show you how to do it. It's going to be great.
Yes.
Yes. So we should introduce ourselves. Guys, we push this a little bit more than usual because what we realized is the folks on YouTube or the folks watching the replay on this, they have no clue what we're talking about. And we usually ditz around in the beginning until people hop in. And by the time we're done ditzing around, no one even knows what we're talking about. That's why we're telling you that we're going to tell you some very valuable information about tofu. We're going to use it in a recipe and then give you actually a warning about tofu.
Yes.
But it's not the warning that you would think.
Hi, Claudia and Jen.
Well, before we do that, we should introduce ourselves.
I'm Heather Kaufman.
And she needs to speak up. And I'm Tim Kaufman.
And we run a page called Fat Man Rants.
And together we have lost 290 pounds. But more importantly, we've regained our health. We live a healthy, happy, and very active life on a Whole Foods plant exclusive lifestyle. We come to you guys on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock because we know what happened to us is out there for anyone. And we also know that if we can do it,
you can too. How was that?
It was great. That was loud enough.
Tim.
Yes. Hi, Jen. Hi, Claudia. Look at that. I'm saying hi to people. You're saying hi to people. It's just a big, happy online family. There we go. Okay. So, yes, we're going to get going. There's still people hopping in. I suspect there'll be a bunch more. So I'm going to do it one more time. We're going to show you something that we found out by accident. And it was like a what about tofu. I'll explain why in a second. And tell us, the theme of the night is tofu.
Yes.
You know what I say about tofu? It's cool beans. Because it's soybeans. So I think it's cool beans. And it's such a dead joke. We better get cooking, more cooking and less jokes. So I'm gonna flip the camera so we could get cooking right away while people are still joining, and then I will tell you this huge discovery that we made with tofu.
Yes.
First of all, let us know if you like tofu. Let us know your favorite way to eat it, and let us know if you've ever heard any myths or rumors about tofu being absolutely horrible for you. We'd love to hear it, even though they're wrong. Yes. Okay, we're gonna flip-flop the camera, and I'm gonna get crack-a-lack and
where's our friend Jill? She always liked that. Okay, I think this is the right one. You are there. No, because you don't have that in the list. I got all your ingredients out, and you did not have that on there.
See, we could have switched to commercial break, but instead we kept you guys live because that's just how we roll. Okay, I'm going to be making some tofu scramble. I know people are going to ask for the recipe. It's super, super easy, but we do have a recipe online, but I'm going to show you a little pro tip when we make it. If you go to fatmanranch.com. Oh, wait, I put it in the comments. Go to fatmanranch.com, scroll all the way down to recipes. You will find this. It is called Fat Man Simple Tofu Scrambler. It literally is the simplest tofu scramble you'll find. We're going to spruce it up a little bit here. But so what I want to do is I want to get cooking first so I don't bore you guys. So I'll bring my, I have my ceramic no stick frying pan. And the first thing I want to do is get my onions and peppers in to get them kind of sauteing down. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not usually ahead. I'm not usually prepared, but in this case, I happen to be only because we have a fruit fly infestation. We bought onions today, and as soon as I got them home, I cut them all up and diced them to get them all back outside so we can hopefully see these fruit flies fly away. Yes, yes, that's the plan. So I'm going to put see all the oil I didn't put in there? Yeah, there's nothing in this pan, nothing. I'm going to throw, I have a little bit of water here. What is this, a quarter? I have about a quarter cup of water. I'm going to get that in the pan because I'm actually going to water saute these. First thing I'm going to do is get my onions. And like I said, I got a little 2 bags of onions and I diced them all up ahead of time. And I'm going to say, whoo, those are strong. I'm going to say a good sized onion is a little nice heaping cup. I'm going to put that in my pan, in the water. And while that's going, dang, those are strong. Holy cow. These are some strong. This Tupperware container is never going to be the same. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my pepper up. And to do that, I'm super lazy when I cut peppers. I don't know if you guys can see this. I take the edge of my knife, I go right down, and I'm just going to cut flats out of it. Right, just like that. And then I cut this on the end. I'm actually going to turn this pan down a little bit. And then I'll come back here. I cut my strips, being careful not to cut my fingers. And then I can take my strips, I put them like this, and I'm going to have a nice little dice. I have red. You could use green. You could use whatever peppers you want. Actually, I heard the other day someone had a pepper allergy, which I never heard of before, but apparently people can be allergic to peppers. So here is my bell pepper. The onion's going to take the longest to cook. So I put that in first. I'm going to go ahead and put here's my pepper. These are kind of big. That's okay. They'll look beautiful. I'm going to put these in here.
Hi, Eric and Linda. And yes, Dennis, we will be.
So I wouldn't normally do this, but since you guys are very impatient, I'm going to cover this up. I would usually not do that, but I want to cook these super fast for you guys so we can get to the tofu part. While we're doing that, notice I did not put the mushrooms in just quite yet. The mushrooms are going to cook fast, and I don't want to overcook them. While I am doing that, I should have had another tofu out for you guys, but it's okay. We'll do it now. So this tofu I got from Aldi. Let me show you. This is one of my favorites. Can they see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of my favorites. This is just extra firm tofu from Aldi. You guys, I'm going to cut this out because I want to talk to you about it, but I need to drain this. So I'm going to cut this out. We're going to save the label. You guys can see this is the label, and I want to show you why. The interesting thing that we learned about tofu that we're going to show you just in 2 seconds.
Hi, Lori.
Okay. Is everyone still here?
Yep, everybody's still here.
All right. Here's my empty container. I didn't do anything crazy with it. Okay, so in the sink, what you guys didn't see is I kind of just pushed this with my hands to get most of the moisture out of it. I'm going to go ahead and crumple this up. It's not pressed, but it's also not like super soggy either. So if you had tofu that's not extra firm, you'd want to press it out, at least wring it out and get more water out of it. Okay, so I got my crumple here.
Hi, Michelle and Trish.
Okay, so that looks great. The next thing I'm going to do after I wash my hands, do we have the recipe? There's no way I'm going to see this, so Heather's going to read it to me. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some liquid aminos. If you didn't know, tofu is really blah. So we're going to try to unblah it here. How many? 2?
Yep.
So I have 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos. If you're used to more savory food, you might even want more than that because, like I say, tofu is kind of bland. Okay, then So I have nutritional yeast that'll give us a nice cheesy flavor. We'll put that in. A whole tablespoon of onion powder. This is actually a lot. I don't know who wrote this recipe, but holy crap, is that going to be? Are you sure that's not teaspoon? That's a lot. That's a lot. And we have no, we'll do a little bit of garlic. And we probably should have had some black pepper in here. This is going to be we have to change this recipe. And then what's not in there, I have some turmeric. Now, to be honest with you, the only thing we want the turmeric to do is give it just a little yellow color. So I don't want a lot. I just put a little sprinkle on, and I should put some black pepper in there. While I'm doing that, now that my onions are cooked down a little bit, I'm going to go put my mushrooms in. And I'm just going to cover that right back up. Now, I'm going to take a spoon, and I'm going to give this a stir. Work all that stuff in. And I'm just trying to get all the dry stuff kind of mixed in. What I would do next, and I'm going to have yellow hands tomorrow, but it's okay. It's a good sacrifice. What I'm going to do is actually use my hands and really work all those spices and especially the liquid aminos into the tofu.
Hi, Lauren.
Because we're trying to get all those flavors mixed into the tofu. And this will be very flavorful because I can smell it from here. And if I wanted a little bit more yellow, I could put more turmeric in here, but I'm colorblind, so I don't even know what color it is. But that's what it looks like now.
Yellow, sturdy looking.
It's got a little yellowish. Okay, so my tofu's done. I'm going to go back over here. I'm just going to give my vegetables a quick stir. And they're cooking down nice. There's a lot of liquid in the pan, so now I'm going to leave my lid off.
And what is not in the pan?
No oil. Yeah. Okay. While that's cooking, I'm going to take my tofu and I'm just going to put it on top of this whole mixture. I'm not going to stir it in yet because I actually want it to hold the heat on the vegetables. And well, the vegetables will steam right into the tofu. That's the plan.
Hello, Donna. We're glad you made it.
Okay, again, all I'm doing is putting that tofu on top of the veggies. I take it off the heat, but I don't want to lose my heat. Can they see it from there? I'll do it. Here, this is what it looks like, guys. Dun-dun. Okay, so first of all, while that's finishing cooking, I used to love eggs. In fact, we had our own chickens. We raised chickens for eggs. We were huge egg lovers. And I didn't really know what tofu was for a long time, but then once I figured it out, I could make it taste like scrambled eggs. I started eating a lot of tofu. So first, I'm going to give you a little warning about tofu, and then I'm going to give you what we found out. So first of all, tofu is a little more calorically dense than most of the food that we eat. It also has a higher fat content. So if you're trying to eat low fat, tofu is probably not something I would eat every day. That said, it's packed with protein. And I've been doing a lot more training, a lot more weight training, and I appreciate having the extra protein content in there. But I want to tell you guys what we learned. And that is all tofu is not created equal. So we usually try to get an organic tofu, which you should. It's actually, I've never seen not organic tofu. Hold on, we got to pause. I don't want to burn this on live. We don't want any bloopers. This is actually.
Or fire.
Oh, or fires. Facebook fires. All right. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm turning this off. You wait till you guys see this. I wish you could taste it.
Smell it. Wonderful in here.
Yes. Okay. Okay, listen. I gotta get you guys back. We gotta focus. So this tofu that I showed you, this is what we typically use. This is Aldi extra firm tofu. We get it really because it's super low price. It's an organic tofu. I literally buy this by the case because the shelf life is really good. I literally go to Aldi. I get a whole case of this. There's 12 in there. I bring them home. I have my own tofu spot in the fridge. Now, I was working on a program for the food fix, the 5x5 food fix, and I've been doing a ton of math. And I could not figure out what was going on with my numbers for calories. So we're kind of reverse engineering like this really easy framework to follow, especially for people that are new at plant-based. The goal is meal prep, but we added tofu to the menu. Now, here's what we learned. I'm doing all these calculations, and then I went to the store. I went to our local store, Tops, across the street, and I picked up my favorite tofu, which is a vacuum pack. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is a vacuum pack tofu. It's much more dense. Now, I'm going to tell you, this stuff works awesome for general sow tofu. It works great for bread and cubes. It works great for sandwich slices. It is unbelievable. And I love this stuff. It's a little pricey, but I love this stuff. And then I realized why I love it so much when I started doing the calories. What I found out is that in this super firm vacuum pack, there's 650 calories in this brick. Okay. What I had been doing is doing all my calculations with the Aldi extra firm tofu that's not vacuum packed, which is only about 400 calories. So you literally have 250 more calories in the vacuum pack. And it was jacking up my numbers, like wildly jacking up my numbers. So what I realized, and guys, this makes perfect sense. This is calorie density at its finest. The more water and fiber you have in a food, the less calories it has. That makes sense. Well, it's the same way with tofu. Obviously, the more water doesn't have calories in it. So the more water content in the tofu, the lower calories. It all made sense when I looked at it, but I couldn't figure out where my numbers were coming. Does that mean we shouldn't eat the vacuum packed tofu? Heck no, because it's really, really good. What it does mean is we have to keep an eye on how much we eat of each. You probably don't want to sit down and chow down a half a brick or a whole brick of this at a time. And that's why I'm saying it. Now, I will say, I was talking to my friend Steve yesterday, and this stuff actually doesn't crumple really well. Like if you're going to make tofu scramble, this actually doesn't work too well. It works great for the things we said, the sandwiches, the cubes and stuff. It works great for that. And it's super convenient. To be honest with you, we should be talking together here on this. But to be honest with you, when we go traveling, many times we get a block of this and we get some Ezekiel bread and we make tofu sandwiches just with some sauce. And I know it sounds really weird, but it's a really easy thing that we can do for lunch or dinner. We warm it in the microwave and make tofu sandwiches out of it. There's no mess or anything. So let me show you. Let me show you what the tofu looks like. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
And
this, hands down, with some cubed potatoes in the air fryer, hands down, is my ultimate favorite stinking meal. This is a lovely meal. It's lovely. And we really need to just give it a little kiss of pepper.
Black pepper, that is.
But red pepper, if you're up for it. Red pepper is great for inflammation in joints and all that good stuff. So I will show you what this looks like.
Hello, Laura.
I can't see.
Oh, there we are. Perfect. Right there.
Da-da-da.
There you go.
Okay.
Don't lose it.
So Heather is going to get ready to flip the camera with the mouse. And I'm going to take you guys in. I'm going to shake you around a little bit. Put your seat. Oh. Here, get ready. All right. Can you flip back? Yeah. Yeah. Are we flipped? Okay, we're flipped. So here is the tofu scramble.
So it looks great.
Dude, Wayne, it's amazing, and I miss you, buddy. Here is your 400 calorie tofu, and here's your 650 calorie tofu. All right, let's flip flop them back around. Perfect. You're getting good at
Hi,
this.
Faye.
You're getting good at this game. Okay.
Same here, Wayne, to you and Debbie.
Look at, and that was great. That looks really good too. I'm sorry. So tofu is one of my favorite foods. I know you love it too, but it doesn't always agree with you. Yeah. So some people, and we have some people in the program right now that have trouble with tofu. I've never had a problem with it. I love this stuff. Oh. But the tofu is so stinking versatile, and this we wondered what we were going to talk about. This is what we should talk about.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times when people say, "Oh, you should try lentils," or "You should try black beans," or "You should try XYZ" when you go plant-based, we're really quick to say, "No, I don't like it. No, I don't like it."
Brussels sprouts. No, I don't like it. Sorry.
I'm going to be in some deep crap. But I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now. Many things you have to have the courage to try. For example, I may or may not know this person personally that had a real hang up with nutritional yeast.
Who would that be?
I don't know.
Me.
But she couldn't stand nutritional yeast. And I'm like, this is the best stuff that ever happened to the world. Yeah, no.
Now I like it.
And it's not like this forced thing that you hate it, but look at.
Just kept trying on different things to find out where I liked it the most, and then I just acquired the taste for it.
Yeah, and so I will say the first time someone had me try tofu, I'm like, I am not eating a freaking sponge. Like, I am not eating anything that looks that perfectly cut. I don't eat that. Like, that doesn't even look natural to me. But when I really found out what it tastes like, what you can do with it, how versatile it is. Look, you literally can make chocolate frosting out of tofu.
Because silken tofu that we didn't have tonight.
You can make sour cream. You can make it taste like cheese. You can crisp it up. And what do? Those barbecue crumbles. We do. A lot of times we just toss it in hot sauce and sprinkle some nooch and pop it in. You know, it's so versatile. It's so versatile. It's so versatile. So it's not like you're taking a white sponge and biting a chunk out. Although, to be honest with you, I don't have a problem doing that anymore. I had this progression where it had to be overly seasoned, and now I just enjoy it.
Yes, Laura, it does matter how it is prepared. That's what we've been saying about that. Another thing, though, one thing that is not good about the tofu is if you make it up, it's done within 5 days, like maybe even a little less. It just goes bad quickly too.
Yeah. So that's another part of our program. We're trying to help people prep for 5 days. Tofu's right on that line. You definitely need to keep it cool. You shouldn't leave it sitting out on the counter. And it seems like what we've learned in the restaurant industry, when you mix it with something, especially rice, it tends to go bad even faster. So it's one of the few foods you don't want to screw around with it. And you have to be careful and practice food safety.
Right.
But it doesn't even last that long around here. We don't have to worry about that at all. I just had a really good. Oh, here's another thing. Guys, we've never done this, but I would love to know. There was like this fad going around where people would freeze their tofu. Oh. They'd freeze it solid and then get it out, and supposedly it has a whole different texture.
Now, Laura says it doesn't freeze well.
Yes. but people have been freezing it on purpose, like acting like they know what they're doing. And it has
I
like
wonder if it just depends which kind it is.
no, I think it has a granulated, like it's a very different texture.
Oh.
If I remember right, it's like a granulated thing. The other thing is I've been watching people, instead of draining it, they put it in the microwave for a few minutes. I've never tried that either. But Donna brings up a beautiful point.
I used to say I don't like mushrooms, Brussels sprouts, and beets before I went plant-based. I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't like Brussels sprouts. I really don't.
So, guys, I think 2 days ago I had these Brussels sprouts. And I'm going to be honest with you, I just nuked them, which I know that's the worst way to prepare them. I was hungry, guys. And I'm like, oh, these are pretty nasty. But I didn't want to tell Heather they were nasty, but they were pretty nasty.
So what does he say?
So what? No,
What?
wait. No. So what I did, because you kind of liked them, I put some barbecue sauce on them, stirred them up, and I put some nooch and put them in the air fryer. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
I took a bite and I said, and then I said, no. So I said, to the outer coating, but no to the rest of it.
So this is what I think. I don't hear, no, I don't like them. I hear, what we have to do is cut them in smaller pieces and try that same system again. So there's less. Well, we'll keep.
You're more than welcome to have them all to yourself, and I will have something else.
I dip in chocolate for, but it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, but to I forget whose point. I think it was Donna. I don't remember.
Yes.
But yeah, like, you know what? You might have hated beets when you were 8 years old because your grandma put too much vinegar and salt on them and they made you pucker up and get stained fingers. Retry them.
Now that I will say, that is one thing that I did not like before, and I really like it, and especially the benefits from beets.
Yeah.
I love. So especially to have beet juice before runs, long runs.
So beets is one, and for me, squash is another one. When my mother made squash, it was nasty. It was gush, and it had all this nasty brown sugar marshmallows. Like, it was gross, and butter all over it. Now, like, I just like plain squash. I love it in a soup,
that kind of stuff, but
and it's great.
Just
same with sweet potatoes. My mother ruined. She's gonna watch this. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. My mother ruined sweet potatoes. Like, you want the recipe for the best sweet potatoes ever? Parchment paper, 425 in the oven. Cut them in half the long way. Let them get a little black on top, and they are like candy covered cake.
Well, I really like sweet potatoes, so 75% like cake.
Candy covered cake. And if you overcook them a little bit, they even get better. Yes. Okay. So,
I love beets cooked also raw, shredded in my salad. Yes, same,
yeah,
Denise. Hello, Denise. And Juanita.
Yes, fetal cabbage, baby. Faye, I've heard the baby cabbages are fetal cabbage before too. They are a little stronger than because you like cabbage, right?
I like cabbage.
Yeah, but so Brussels sprouts have all the cabbage flavor just condensed into this little ball of power. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed what we by accident learned about tofu, that tofu's caloric density is much different depending on what it's packed in. So keep that in mind, especially if you're watching how many calories you're taking in. And you know, this is so disappointing. Like, can I just be real for 2 minutes? Everything that tastes really good is loaded with calories.
That's right.
Because I thought, man, this tofu is 10 times better than the normal tofu. Turns out it's got a third more calories, which is probably why it tastes so much better. So, but that's okay. I love the other tofu. And there's important tofu to me is GMO free. And you know what? I think most of them are organic and GMO free. I think pretty much. I don't think I've ever seen any that's
I
not.
think so.
But oh, that was a lot.
All right. Well, I think you gave them
It's
a lot.
tofu scramble.
And if they didn't get the PDF, can they do?
No, we actually in the comments we put the link for this. I want to go edit that recipe, so you might want to wait till next week. But it's there if you want to. That recipe, we need to get lessen the onion powder, get a little black pepper in there, put some turmeric for color. Last thing I'm going to say about tofu. Tofu, if you have a loved one, a friend, or if you're watching this and you ever wanted to just try plant-based, I would encourage you, pick one meal, maybe breakfast, and just swap out your breakfast for some tofu scramble. Just one meal a day, literally get you a third of the way there. If you like it, put it on repeat, and then do that for a week or two, and then go after lunch. So if you can get there's no reason why breakfast can't be plant-based. Look. Most people, what are breakfast foods?
Potatoes.
Cereals. Well, yeah. So if you're going to sit down for a hot breakfast, it's a savory breakfast. It's usually potatoes and eggs. Just have tofu instead of eggs. It's fine. If you're going to have cereal, just have it with almond milk. And there's nothing wrong with we love just old-fashioned oats and milk and some berries and eat it like cold cereal.
Or you can just warm it up too.
Yeah. So breakfast is everyone struggles with breakfast. I think it's the easiest meal. And not only that, guys, I know society has told us we need sugary, sweet things for breakfast. There's nothing wrong with a bag of broccoli and some nutritional yeast to kick off your day.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. Who says broccoli is not for breakfast?
Starts with the B. Broccoli for breakfast.
All right. We should let people go now. Listen, if you think this will help someone, or you think we have a special secret about tofu that no one knew, give it a share. We'd really appreciate it because Facebook throttles us.
Hi, Angie. Hi, and sorry, goodbye.
Yes, Angie, and go ahead and share this video.
We hope you get a chance to watch it. So until next week, eat plants.
Move your body.
All you do is a little more than you did yesterday.
Hey! We're not going to be here next week.
Oh, yes, we won't be here. We are going to try something that we've never tried before. We're not going to be on our phones.
Oh,
going off the grid.
I forgot about that. Guys, I am so stinking excited. This is the best thing ever. So I didn't know what you were talking about from. We're going to try to go on a little phone strike just for a little bit.
We're going to try.
One of us has a real phone addiction. The other one does too. That will be me. But my phone is a little different for more businessy kind of stuff. But so we're going to try, guys, we're going to go to Lake Placid. If you're up in the Adirondacks, and there's the Lake Placid Classic Half Marathon. We're going to be, I won't say I'm competing. I'm going to go up there. And yes, Angie, great digital cleanse. We're going to try to put our phones down for a while and just enjoy autumn. And you know what else? I'm sorry, we restarted the program. We'll have to do a take two. But, you know, I'm thinking about going up there, and Heather said it's going to be cold. And I'm thinking, you know, if our friends from the Asheville area, we have a lot of friends in North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina. Man, our heart, our prayers, our thoughts go out to you. What devastating stuff is happening out there. And so I'm thinking when we go to Placid to enjoy the autumn, I'm really going to take, you know, really take a different perspective to take in the beauty and realize, you know, what we could be going through. So, yeah. All that said, we're going to try to ditch our phones for as long as we can, and we're going to go enjoy the beautiful nature.
So we'll see you in 2 weeks.
And we might as well do it again. Until next time.
Eat plants.
Move your body.
All you got to do is a little more than you did yesterday.
Wait.